our way to Stampfest 2018. Woohoo! Let's hope it's a sunny, nice day. Sorry for the wonky angles. I'm still learning to use my video recorder on my phone. So here we go, Stampfest 2018. There's Orlando. 25 more minutes till Stampfest. Sorry for the bumps. At the conference center at the Radisson, ready to go in and check out Stampfest 2018.
I want you to take Distress ink and I want you to add pigment to it. It's like, that will never work. Pigment and dye, oil and vinegar. One is a solid, one is a liquid, and they want to separate, just like salad dressing. Like, you can't shake an ink pad. You can't mix up an ink pad, right? And I said, but it would be cool if you could, right? And that was enough to make that chemist, like, he was on a crusade to figure it out. And I will say development was a minimum of 5 years to develop this. It is a very complex formulation, first of its kind in our industry. Because of that, it does have some drawbacks in the fact that because oxide is a dye and a pigment, you get beautiful color, but you get it on either surface, right? Because our pigments are actually going to show either way. This formulation, because it is dye and pigment, cannot live on something this small, okay? As soon as you put it on something this small, those two separate. This has to do with surface tension, and now the chemist lost me. When he started talking about surface tension and molecules per square inch, I was just like, so it just can't be on a mini, right? Is that what you're saying? But if I am printing, I need to work here. That is why I included this, because I saw a lot of YouTube videos the first time this came out, and they're like, oh, he just put a craft sheet because he wanted us to have to buy a replacement, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm so driven by that. I could care less if this ever came to market. I had one, and that was all that mattered. I'm a very selfish crafter, I'm not gonna lie. Tiny attacher, I got my first one, I'm like, I'm good. We don't need any more. But you need to understand why this material is super important, and this ink way is the best way to show you. So let's say we have just a few colors of ink, okay? We already know that for watercolor, this is the best because the glass holds my color. So for watercolor, I still want to work on glass, but if I'm going to work just on a blend, here's what's going to happen. When I wet this, my colors immediately turn to mud. As soon as my paper is going to touch this, this is going to turn to mud. Here, my ink is forever suspended on this medium. So remember that. Wet on wet blends, wet on dry layers, which means if I kept going wet on wet on wet, it is going to blend the color. Usually that's going to turn into mud, right? But if I dry it, even for a brief moment, it's not crispy dry, it's just dry enough where I don't have a sheen of water, my next is going to layer on top of it, okay?
So we just finished up at Stampfest 2018. I am all shopped out. John was a champ. He helped carry everything around that I got, but it was really cool getting to see Tim Holtz demo in person. He's got a great personality. He's real laid back. He had everyone laughing, and we got there early enough that I was fortunate to get my picture with him to start with, so that was cool. And So I've got lots of goodies to show you later. Now we're just heading out for some fun in Orlando, get some food, get recharged, maybe do an Ikea run since we're in the area. But I'll be back with you guys later showing you everything I got from Stampfest 2018. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday morning, the day after Stampfest. I am tired, but I had so much fun yesterday. It was such a good day. The venue wasn't huge, which made it nice. There was about 25 booths, lots and lots of stamps, obviously, because it was Stampfest. There are lots of people there roaming around, which was nice. We got there early at 9, and by like 10:30, it was starting to get a bit crowded. But there were so many booths, so many wonderful vendors. I found some really great stamps. And of course there was the great Stampers Anonymous booth. And what was really neat was I thought the Stampers Anonymous booth would only have just Tim Holtz's stamps and stencils that they do. But they actually had the Ranger products there, and they had his new alcohol inks Lift ink. But I had ordered mine already from Ranger last week, so I didn't grab any because I have some on the way. But it was really cool to see Tim Holtz demoing in person. He is just as fun in person as he is on TV. And I got to have my picture with him, so that was great. And I may have mentioned that in yesterday's video, so it's a bit early. I'm still waking up, having my coffee. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and head into the studio, and I will show you all the wonderful things I got yesterday. And if you're in the Orlando area, definitely check out the Stampfest website. I'll put it at the bottom of the video. They have this twice a year. I think one is near Orlando and one is over on the west coast of Florida. $10 to get in, and it's definitely worth it because you always have some great demos and take homes and things, so be sure to check it out. So let's see what goodies I got. Alright guys, are you ready to see my haul? So first off, the Stampers Anonymous booth. I'm just going to get everything pulled out here. Okay, so when you checked out at the Stampers Anonymous booth, they gave you their 2018 catalog along with info for their line of artists. You got Wendy Vecchi's catalog, you got a little Dina Wakley releases catalog, and you got a Diane Reevely catalog. And this was just info about the Stampfest itself. So as you can see, their address is, where'd we go? Stampfest.com. It happens twice a year. So, oh, here we go. Look, this is winter 2019, which is February 9th. It's going to be in Newport Richey, Florida. And then their summer 2019 is going to be in the same place at the Radisson Conference Center in Kissimmee. So I'll be sure to, I'm definitely going to go to this again next year because it was awesome. Okay, so on to the stamps. So of course, since I was at the Stampers Anonymous booth, I had to get some stamps. So I got this Diane Reevely Classic. What was nice, as I said, is they actually had a little section for Dina, and they had a little section for Diane, and then of course a large section of Tim Holtz pieces. But I did end up getting, I've been wanting this one for a while. I love the doodles, they're going to be so great. So this is Diane's Starstruck. And then with Halloween quickly approaching and trading card season, I got the Stampers Anonymous Tim Holtz collection Monstrous. So it says, then suddenly a strange thing happened when hinges creak in doorless chambers, wishing you a spooky Halloween. Something wicked this way has come, and strangers have the best candy and some great ghouls for Halloween. And then I wanted 2 of his newer releases, which I think these were January. So this is the Theories one, where he has all the great scribble guides. And I'll be sure to find links to all these and post them down below. And then I got, oops, this was another one of his new ones, the Entomology. Love all the little insects. Those are going to be cute. And then lastly, from the stamp area, I got this one, which I hadn't seen before, but it's from his classic collection, so it must be an older one. And it's just called Classics 6, and it's all these great borders that are going to be good to use in my journaling. So that was the stamp haul from Stampers Anonymous. Just going to move that out of the way. Making room. So I also got, while I was there, I wanted this stencil to go with another one I have of his that I love. And as I said, they were showing alcohol inks and demoing the alcohol inks and his new lift inks. And I was able to get my hands finally on, this is his mini mister, Tim Holtz, and the brushes that are safe to use with alcohol inks. So I got that set there. And then I added to my Dylusions paint collection, because they had the Dylusions paints there, and they had her new paints. And this is one of her new ones, the Laid Back Lilac. Look at that. And then I wanted to add another pink to my collection, so I got Cherry Pie. It's looking a little red on here, but it's very much more of like a magenta color. And then I needed a mid-tone yellow and a mid-tone green, or a dark green, so I got Pure Sunshine. So it's kind of like a yellowy orange. It's a nice go-between. And then I got Chopped Pesto, because I have like a lime green and a vibrant grass green, but I wanted in between. So that is just my haul from the Stampers Anonymous booth. So I'll put that to one side. Now, I went to another booth and got more stamps. I know, such a shock. And they are called Technique Junkies. And again, down below I'll be sure to list all the websites and all the booth names of things I bought, and I'll try to find links for all the items for you guys. So it was great with this one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stamps. But the deal was, if you buy, what was it? If you buy 5, you get a 6th for free, and if you spent $50, you got another one free. So I ended up getting 2 of these free. So it all kind of worked out. So what I ended up getting was this vintage car. These are all red rubber stamps. I thought this would be great for Father's Day, because my dad, he loves his vintage cars, or just holiday things. I got this for trading cards. I knocked down the Christmas tree, because, you know, that's super cute. I got a quote, "Have the soul of a gypsy, the heart of a hippie, and the spirit of a fairy." That's definitely going to be going on a journal page. And then, in honor of my super fluffy cat Chappie, I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. I thought that would be super cute. Now for this stamp, I think I'm going to have to get some toile and some fun fluffy fabric, but it says, "Don't let people discourage you, just fluff out your tutu and dance away." So I'm sure you're going to be seeing all these coming up in videos. I'm going to be quite busy. And then I got these 3 as great additional backgrounds. I like how the flowers were cut out. So this is going to all be empty space. That's great for bordering and cutting them up. And then I got these 2 texture backgrounds, because I needed some new like grungy, larger circle texture backgrounds. So that was my haul from the Technique Junkies. So as you can see, I've got lots of great new stamps. Sorry for all the crinkling. I'm going to be playing with. So you'll probably see a lot more trading cards, art tags, things like that coming out. Some of these I think would make great pages in one of my little mini journals, maybe my little mini circle journal. So let's see. last but not least, I went to, let's see, these guys were Sparkle and Sprinkle was their name. And they had a whole display of like glitter and embossing powder. So, of course, I had to get some embossing powder. And these were where you buy 5, you get the 6th free, I believe is what it was. So I went ahead and I got 6 colors. I wanted some pretty blues. This one is called Indian Spark. This one is Mediterranean Star. And I'll go ahead and try to find them on their website and link below. I'm hoping that's focusing for you. So these are great, I thought, like ocean cards. Ocean colors, excuse me. First thing in the morning. There we go. So I thought these would be great for that mermaid stamp I got in one of my previous hauls, to do something with her and an ocean tag and some of that for embossing. To go along with that, I found some, it's great, it's almost like cream and gold glitter mixed together. It's called Gilded Ivory, and I thought that would be great for sand or any sort of neutral. These are also going to be great at Christmas time for doing snowflake backgrounds. And then I just saw this red and I couldn't help it. Look at that. It's called Oriental Fire, and it's got gold and red, and it's just trying to get rid of some of the glare. There we go. It's beautiful. Gotta have my sparkle. And lastly, I got Purple Spark and Peacock. You can see, look at the shimmer on those. So this one has teal, like purple, teal, and green, it looks like, mixed together. Let's see if I can get, there you go. I apologize for the glare. I'm trying to get just enough light so you can see it. And then this one is just, it's almost like purple mixed with silver, but the purple is just so, it's like an amethyst purple. So then, not Stampfest related, I got home yesterday. So that was my haul from Stampfest. So as you can see, that was just 3 of the 25 vendors that were there. So you can imagine what restraint it took. I set myself a budget before I went, and I knew I'd probably spend the majority of it as Stampers Anonymous. But I did good. I stayed in budget. I would recommend, if you go, trying to set yourself a budget ahead of time. And what we did is we did like a sweep of the room first. Kind of saw what booths stuck out to us the most, and then went back around, and that's how I worked it, because otherwise it could be a little overwhelming because there was a lot of great crafting going on, card making, and just everyone had fantastic stamps, and it was easy to just get lost in there. So that was the Stampfest day, which was awesome. And then I got home and found that I had ordered some stencils on Etsy from a girl called the Wonder Strumpet, and she has a line of art oddities and general, just very unique, quirky stamps. Like, what? I'm sorry, let me rewind. She makes custom stencils, and I've been wanting some of her stencils for a while, so I happened to purchase them about 2 weeks ago, and they came in the mail yesterday just as I got home. So I'll show you what I got. I got them in 6x6 and 12x12, and I thought these would be great for Halloween, again, thinking ahead, and just some unique journal pages. So there's, and let me get some black paper so you guys can really see. See, I want you guys to be able to see these. And I'll link to her below also on Etsy. So I got these skulls. And what's neat is like how it's transparent between them. I thought those would make a really great background for like a spooky Halloween page or something. And then I have a thing about eyes. I don't know what it is. I thought this one was unique, and I could use them individually, or it might be cool to use them in small groups as a background on a page. So there's this one. That's the eyes, and I'll be sure to also try to find everything and link it below for you as well. Then this one were larger eyes, and you can't see the one down here. Maybe you can see it on this side. I think you can see it on the big one here. You have to see. Let's see if I can. well, they're sealed very well. There we go. I want you to be able to see, look at that one. That set there. That's going to make for a very interesting background. So something, excuse me, something funky will come out of this one, I'm sure. Look at that. And then because I can't just do, oops, I'm sorry, I have one more 6x6, and this one is a type of Ouija board. So I figured that would be good for Halloween, or just kind of like a magical background. We'll see where that one comes up. And because I can't just do the little 6x6 ones, I got them all in 12x12 also. Let me make some room. And these stencils take on a whole different life when you see them in the 12x12. So here's the skulls in the 12x12. They just take on such an amazing presence in this bigger size. So there's the skulls. Check out the eyeballs when they're bigger. How funky are those? And these will be fun to kind of just like doodle in the background on like maybe a black journal page with some gel pens. And then here, I have to take this one out so you can see it. Again, they're sealed really well. This is that other set of eyes. Check those out on 12x12. That is just, I could see that on a tag or something, or this one on a tag. That's gonna be, these are gonna be fun. I'm really excited to play with these. And then last but not least, the large Ouija board. So with that haul share, I think that brings this little mini vlog to an end for the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't have any more like art events coming up. This month I have a lot of family things, so I probably won't be posting as much, just gonna enjoy some time with family, and then I'll be back full speed in August. So if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, leave some comments, let me know if you like this vlog type things, and maybe when we try to do more day trips and museum trips, I'll take you guys along. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my latest videos, and as always, thanks for stopping by. Happy crafting, and I hope you found some inspiration. Have a great day.